Hi everyone, I'm Marty Drutt with the Medicine Hat Interpretive Program. We're managed by Grasslands Naturalists, and we bring you quality programming all year long. So you're traveling down the Trans-Canada Highway on your way to Brooks, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, a large white bird swoops in front of your car and lands on a fence post right alongside the road. Oh, wow, what's just happened? Have you seen a ghost? Well, don't fear. You've just seen one of our most spectacular winter residents, the snowy owl. Now, during the warm months, snowy owls spend time on their nesting grounds on tundra habitat in the Canadian Arctic. And then, as the weather cools, they migrate south to warmer climates in grassland areas of southern Canada and the northern United States, which includes our area right here in Medicine Hat. Now, there's a couple of really interesting things about snowy owls that you need to know. And it makes them unique when we compare them to other owls. The first thing is that snowy owls are active during the day. And this is probably because their primary prey during the summer are lemmings, and they're also active during the day. The second thing is snowy owls prefer open country to forested areas. And you have to think about, well, where do snowy owls nest? They nest on the treeless tundra in the north. Now, one thing to really notice about the snowy owl is their beautiful white plumage. This is probably one of their most appealing characteristics. And when we look closely at the white plumage, it can tell us a story about this particular bird. So the amount of white tells us male versus female, and also old versus young. So if we look at the owl to my far right, that owl has more brown and less white on it, and that would be a female snowy owl. And the one closest to me has more white, and that would be a male. And the same thing applies to old versus young. So an older owl would have more white, and a younger owl less white. Another thing to notice about snowy owls is that females are generally larger than males. Now, as far as the number of snowy owls that we're going to see this winter, well, that depends on how well the lemmings did during the summer. If there were lots of lemmings for owls to eat, then we're going to see lots of owls here in our area during the winter. Last year was a great example of this. It was a really good lemming year. So there were lots of sightings of snowy owls here in Alberta and in the United States, including many areas far to the south than they would normally be seen in the United States. So if you want to see snowy owls in our area, you need to look for them from November through April. And they like to perch on fence posts or power poles along roads or highways. So next time you're traveling to Calgary along the Trans-Canada, keep an eye open for snowy owls and count them, and then let us know how many you see. If you want to know more about winter birds or winter bird watching, give us a call on the Nature Line at 403-529-6225, or better yet, come down to the Nature Center and visit us in person. We'd love to see you. Remember, the Nature Center is open year-round, Tuesday through Sunday, 9 to 5. I'm Marty Drutt, and keep an eye out for those snowy owls.